Fantastic. So this is going to be recorded, so don't be too concerned about taking notes. Not that you'd actually take notes during a town hall. But first, some introduction. I am Ganesh. I'm one of the founders of Covalent. We provide a unified API to pull out blockchain data. A lot of you guys have seen and used Covalent being used in a lot of products, have also participated in our Dungeons and Data and the 1 million Wallets campaign. So I'm a data scientist by training. So I'm very, very excited about the space that Covalent is playing in. And our recent traction over the last few months is a testament to the quality of our product and our team. So I'm going to be doing this monthly. And I think it's a way for us to share what's happening with the project. So Covalent started as a bootstrap company. We've been around for about 3 years. Until about last summer, we were just 3 people. And then we hit an inflection point. We started growing massively. And we're about 20 people now, mostly based in Vancouver. And so I'm just going to give you a quick update on the team, the project, the product, what's happening with some of the other stuff. And then if you have time towards the end, would love to get questions from the community. So first, let's start with a product update. Even though it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on in the product, our product is invisible. The only user interface there is the front end, the API. We've actually have a lot of updates on the back end. So our biggest update there is we are now supporting Sushi Swap, which means every single wallet that uses Covalent on Ethereum can now pull out Sushi Swap balances and positions and historical transaction activity. You guys know the drama between Sushi Swap and Uniswap. If you're not familiar with that, it's a fun little look on how Sushi Swap basically forked Uniswap and then stole all of their liquidity, and then they're able to meaningfully differentiate themselves over the last couple of months. So definitely an exciting project to look forward to. The second important product update is Aave. Aave recently released version 2 of their protocol. So there's been a lot of work that we've done to instrument the Aave protocol, the balances and the positions. So even if you look at some of the other tools out there, they don't really support Aave version 2. So we are supporting that. It's live now, so you can just sign up for the product and use the balances and positions. So that's a pretty exciting update. The third important update is CSV export. So, a lot of Covalent's users are actually non-technical. They're not programmers. They don't know how to integrate with Covalent from JavaScript or from Python. And what they do know is how to use Excel spreadsheets. So every single Class A endpoint now supports a feature where you can export the response as a CSV output. So this is really, really powerful. You can create pivot charts. You can do your taxation. You can do full auditing. You can feed it into other kinds of programs that expect CSV. So it's a way to flatten out these deeply rich data structures into a flat spreadsheet. So that's a very powerful use case. The fourth big update is Matic. So Matic is one of our key partners. We've been talking to the team over the last couple of years, but we finally released a feature where all of the existing Covalent Class A endpoints natively work on Matic. And this is really, really important because there's a tremendous amount of traction that Matic is picking up, especially when it comes to DAOs and NFTs and the use cases where you can spend $100 on gas fees. So now this exact same APIs, which a lot of you guys are familiar with, you can just change the chain ID and either target the Matic mainnet or the Matic testnet. So that is a pretty exciting update there. And we also have the 1 million Wallets campaign running right now against the Matic network. So we'll have more updates there. But you're welcome to check it out, integrate with Matic. Check it out. It's a pretty cool blockchain. It's very, very fast. And the gas fees, I can't believe how cheap it is. So I'm pretty excited about that update. The fifth update from a product standpoint is NFTs. We have been investing heavily into the NFT space. I think NFTs are going to break out as its own independent category outside of DeFi. Probably NFTs and DeFi merge. It's still early. It's still early, so you can't really predict the future. But one of the challenges with NFTs is that the metadata for these NFTs are actually off chain, which I think is a setback for the industry because we would love for all data to be on chain. Because the minute it's on chain, Covalent can just pull it out. So we have about 6 or 7 projects building with Covalent specifically focused on NFTs. And there's this one project that requires metadata, no matter what the platform is, OpenSea or Rarible or Super Rare or meme limited, any of these projects. So we've added a lot of endpoints to instrument and understand these NFTs. Very, very soon, we're going to have NFT dashboards. We're going to be supporting really cool use cases. So we have Terra Virtua, who's one of our partners. We're building a dashboard with them. So yeah, very exciting to do that. If you go through our product updates, we actually have a case study on how to use NFT metadata and how to understand token NFT balances and so on. So that's a quick product update. From a team perspective, I did mention we're about 20 people now. So we have 3 solid team members, superstars, if you call them that, who have joined Covalent in January. Our first superstar is Jackie. You've probably noticed her name in a lot of the communications and the marketing stuff that's gone out. So she's going to be leading our token operations and the marketing at Covalent. So I've known her for a couple of years. Soon enough, she'll be sharing her story on why she decided to join Covalent when there are dozens of other projects in the space. The second important key member is Rohit Tandon. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're starting to streamline a lot of our branding. So one of the challenges at Covalent has had historically is that we never had design expertise in-house. And that's purely from the founders. We are very, we're hardcore data nerds, right? And we don't really appreciate, at least we don't have an eye for good design, or we didn't have the resources to do good design. But Rohit brings about a decade and a half of experience, all the way from the agency side to really doing these big branding projects. So very excited to have him on board. The third key team member is Clayton. So Covalent has never had front-end engineers because all of our focus has always been on the backend, as in the API. The product is invisible. And we've never really invested in UI or front-end components or making it usable. So what Clayton is going to do is fill that gap. So Clayton, he's already started shipping code. You can see some pages on our website has been updated. The branding rollout is in place. So very excited to have Clayton join our team. Again, what's cool about all of these guys is that they've had years of experience in the blockchain space. So I don't have to teach them the difference between Bitcoin and blockchain, which is, a lot of the non-sophisticated people really, they get confused. But these guys, they're superstars. They understand the space. They understand what drives the community, and but truly honored to have them as part of our team. Other than that, I think a quick update on the token. There's still nothing to be announced there. You've probably seen in our Telegram, some of you guys might think that's spammy, that they join and the first message is when TG. There's absolutely nothing to announce on that front, but we do have lots of campaigns coming out to engage potential token holders, to share more of our news. And this town hall is the first in that series of events that we're rolling out. And so that's basically the update. Other than that, we do have 2 open job positions where we're actively recruiting. One is a smart contract engineer. So if you know smart contracts, if you've written smart contracts, mostly in Solidity, would love to have a chat. The second is a senior backend engineer. Covalent is a big data system. We work with terabytes of data, hundreds of billions of rows. Someone who understands the complexity there, is able to build APIs, would be a fantastic fit for Covalent. So yeah, that's it for the first town hall. Now, are we missing something? Is there something else we could share with the community?
So one person actually asked, what is the difference between the graph and Covalent, if you want to look at that?
Absolutely. So the key difference is not technological. The key difference is actually philosophical. So the difference is that in the subgraph method, which is what the graph uses, you require a smart contract engineer to sit down and write these transformations that understand the the data structures for these smart contracts. So you need to write a subgraph for Uniswap. You need to write a subgraph for Curve, for 1inch, all of these protocols. So there are hundreds of these protocols. You need hundreds of these subgraphs. The covalent approach is to automatically understand and require no sophisticated code. You don't have to code anything at all. Everything is automatically available to you. So the analogy you can think in your mind is you have one Excel spreadsheet with all of the blockchain data, every single balance, every single transaction, every single position. And then we ask our users, which are mostly developers, to create pivot tables. And you can create pivot tables by drag and drop. Just click, 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 and you have a pivot table. That's all it is. So then you can use that for taxation. You can use it for wallet customers. You can use it for due diligence. You can use it for auditing. You can use it for NFT dashboards, whatever the use case is. In the case of the graph, you have to sit down and write a subgraph. I need a subgraph for NFT dashboards. I need a subgraph for Balancer. I need a subgraph for Uniswap, which is which we don't think philosophically we reject that approach. I think this space is really going to explode over the next couple of years, and having an engineer involved in writing that step is just not the way this industry is going to scale. So I would say high level, though, those are the differences. And kudos to them. They've had a lot of success with their approach. We are having a lot of success with our approach, and I think there's room for both. And what's great is for developers, they have access to both philosophies.
Cool. Thanks for that, Ganesh. That's what we had for the questions anyway.
Fantastic. Do we have room for questions from the audience?
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. So people can ask questions from the audience if they want. No, they can unmute themselves.
Okay, great, fantastic. So we'll be doing this every month, and this is a chance for the community to ask questions. We are opening up Covalent over the next few months, and we want to be more open, more inclusive, and involve more of the community in our day-to-day. So if you have any questions, shoot us a message on Discord, Telegram, or one of our marketing channels, and we'll definitely get back to you. Thank you. That's it from our side.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.